Hey, what's up, Reddit? I'm Roth Kyle. I am the official request officer for r/LearnUselessTalents. It's a great subreddit. Go check it out. This is a response to Zenith to Nadir. Sorry if I just butchered your name or whatever. In the request thread from October 28th to November 3rd, and he asked how to do easy card tricks to learn to impress friends and stuff. Well, I've been doing Magic since I was, I don't know, in 7th grade, alright? So, I mean, I know a thing or two. I'm not a professional by any means, but what I'm going to do is I will show you a technique to finding the person you're doing the trick for, to finding their card when it's seemingly lost in the deck. It's a very easy technique, and I'll also show you one or two ways to finish the trick off there, and so we'll get right to it. Ahead of time, I apologize for the crappiness of the video quality. I have to record it through QuickTime because I don't have a standard video recorder. So I'll try to make this as quick as possible. I'm not sure how long YouTube allows you to upload videos. Alright, that's probably the best that we're going to get. So essentially what you're going to need is just a standard deck of cards, and for one of the options to finish off the trick, you're going to need both jokers. Just kind of take the jokers and set them to the side. So essentially, how you're going to start off this trick is you're just going to shuffle it. You're going to show the person that you're shuffling it that it's completely in a random order. You know, whatever. Just keep shuffling it. And then you're going to do the infamous go ahead and pick a card, any card thing, whatever. So they pick a card out of the center. Now, as they're taking the card to look at it, what you're going to do is you're going to take the deck that you're now holding in your hand and just kind of like play around with it like this. So it just looks like you're, you know, occupying the time, whatever, waiting for them to finish the card. But really what you're going to do is when you turn the deck over, you're going to look at the bottom card. In this case, it's the King of Clubs. So while they're memorizing the card that they just picked, while they're memorizing the card that they just picked, you're memorizing the very bottom card on the deck, which is the King of Clubs. So you turn it back over, and you don't mention anything. Obviously, you don't say that you know the bottom card. It's you keep that to yourself. You make it as subtle as possible. So their card is the Ace of Diamonds. We know that my card, the card that I'm memorizing, is the King of Clubs. But that's all we know at this point. We don't know what their card is. So what you're going to ask them to do is to take the card that they picked and place it right on top of the deck. So top card is their card. Bottom card is the card that you memorized. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the deck, cut it, and place the bottom half over the top. Now if you notice what I'm doing, if you do this quick enough and you just kind of distract them with wordplay, you're placing the very bottom card right over their card. So when you do that and you go through the deck, you'll notice, I'll try to get a better angle on, you'll notice that here's the King of Clubs, here's their card. So the card directly to the right of it is their card. Now, the way that you play that off without looking suspicious, like looking through the deck and looking for their card, is you say, your card is legitimately lost in the middle of the deck. I have no idea where it is. I don't even know where to begin looking for it. All I know is it's probably not here, and it's probably not here. So it's somewhere in the middle. So what you do is you say, I'm going to fan out the cards and show you that your card is legitimately lost somewhere in the center of the deck. And you kind of go through and you slow down so that they see it. You tell them not to make any facial reactions. So right here, this is when you figure out that this is their card. So now I know that the other person's card is the Ace of Diamonds. Now with that knowledge, you can literally do anything you want. Any sort of trick, sleight of hand, because you know their card, so there's really no limit to what you can't do at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you two techniques to finishing off this trick. Now that you know what card theirs is, what you want to do is you want to get their card to the bottom of the deck. So what you say is, I'm going to just kind of look through, rearrange the cards a little bit, just kind of literally just push cards in random locations in the deck, but then take their card, which just disappeared. Alright, there it is. You're going to take their card and place it right on the bottom. So now you have their card on the bottom. Make sure they don't see that. Make sure they think their card is still lost in the deck. Now, you're going to take those two jokers that I told you about before and place one on top of the deck facing the opposite direction. So right here you have the back of the card facing up. You're going to place the joker facing up towards you, so you'll be able to see the face of the Joker. Then you're going to take the other one and place it right below their card. So as you can see on the bottom, we have the Ace of Diamonds and the Joker, which is also facing up. You can see that they're both facing towards you, like that. Now, what you're going to do is when you put it on the bottom, you're going to say, all right, now to prove to you that I put it on the bottom, I'm just going to pull the Joker out a little bit. What you're really doing is you're opening up a spot for the Ace of Diamonds to be visible. Now, here's how you hold this deck. Well, let me show you what the effect is. So, without you knowing that, or without the other person knowing that their card is on the bottom, or that I even know what their card is, I'll just go something like this. All right, ready? And if you notice, all the cards slid out, except for, oh, sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way to hold this, except for one card that got sandwiched in the middle of the two Jokers, and it just happens to be their card. Now, let me show you how to do that. So you place their card on the bottom, one Joker on top, one Joker below their card, and one Joker on top of the deck. When you slide this card out, you're making it very easy to simply grab onto the Ace of Diamonds. So what you do is from here, you hold onto it like this, but you place your middle finger, and maybe your ring finger if you feel like it's necessary, on their card as well. So your fingers on the back will look like this. Now remember, you don't show them that. You don't want them to see that. And then you simply place your thumb on top. So when you slide the cards out, everything falls out except for the two Jokers and the Ace. Very simple effect, very good. I don't know how far I'm into this video. I'll just keep going. If YouTube has a problem with it, they can, whatever. Alright, so you know that their card is the Ace of Diamonds, right? So let's say we'll put that right back in the middle of the deck. So they still think that their card is in the middle. You fan them out, you say, look for your card, make sure it's in the middle of the deck, make sure neither of us know where it is. You will, I won't. You see their card, you know which one theirs is because you're, what was it, the King of Clubs was to the left of their card. So now you know their card. Now here's what you do. You say, all right, I'm going to go through the deck, I'm going to sift through it and pick out 5 predictions. So you pull out 5 random cards. Now here's the trick. Literally, I'm sorry, you pull out 4 random cards and their card. The first card that you pull out has to be a random card that's not theirs. The second card should be their card. So the first one I had the Ace of Spades, now the second one's going to be their card. And you place it right on top of the fake one. Then you pull out 3 other random cards, it doesn't matter what they are. As long as you have 5 cards down here, well, technically you could do any number, but the real key is that there's a one card that isn't theirs on the bottom, and then their card is directly above it. So what you're going to do here is there's something that I like to call the slide. It's a sleight of hand technique, maneuver, whatever you want to call it. This will take practice. The first one I showed you really doesn't take much practice. You practice it, and you practice it in front of a mirror a couple times and you're good to go. But this one, you really have to learn how to maneuver your fingers in a way to make this look sleek and to make it look effective. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the effect and then I'll explain to you what I did. So what I'm going to do is show you, okay, is this your card? You say no, because your card is the Ace of Diamonds, right? So this isn't your card. So I'll go ahead and pull your card up. I'll pull one card from the bottom, place it on top. Is this your card? You say no. Do the same thing. Is this your card? You say no. How about this one? You say no. And how about this one? No. Okay. So we know that these 5 cards are actually not your card at all. And yet, when I take these 5 cards, I place them in between my knuckles, like I'm going to try to do this without showing you the card, like so. And you slap the cards. All of the cards fall out except for one card, which is theirs. Now, that one's really cool because you actually show them all of the cards and they think that their card is lost and that you actually got the trick wrong, you messed up or something. And with good acting, you could pull that off like, oh shit, you know, I messed that up, I should have practiced before I came out and performed this for you. Now, here's what you're going to do. So their card is the Ace of Diamonds, right? You're going to go ahead and place the Ace of Diamonds right the second to bottom. So you're going to show them the Eight of Diamonds, or whatever card you pulled out, when their card is right beneath it. Now, here's the slide. This is the sleight of hand technique. You're going to hold the cards like I do here. One thumb on one side and the 4 fingers on the other. right? Now, when you show it to them, you're going to kind of wrap your fingers around the card like so. As you bend the card down, when they think that you're pulling the 8 out, what you're going to do is use your middle finger to slide, sorry, the screen got dim. Use your middle finger to slide that card down, revealing their card below it. So you just kind of, I've never had to explain this before, so I'm sorry, but you just kind of take your middle finger and you slide it down, just like that. Now that does take practice eventually, or at first you'll be going like stuff like that, or you won't even be able to slide it down. It really does just take practice, so don't think you can't do it, or don't think that it's impossible just because you couldn't do it on your first try or something like that. So yeah, you take the 8 of diamonds, you slide it down. Now you slide it down at the same time as angling the card down. This is for one of two things. One, obviously you don't want them to see you sliding the card down because they'll know something's up. Two, if you manage to do it at the same exact time, this part of your hand right here is going to be completely blocking the card that you just slid down, so they won't be able to see it. Simple masking technique. So you angle it down and slide just like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pull out the second to bottom card, which just so happens to be their card. So right now they think that this is the 8 of diamonds. Now you can't just go like this because they just saw it. So before you show them the next card, you take that card and place it right on top. Then you just continue to show it to them. Now I like to keep doing the slide just because I've gotten good at it, but you can do whatever you want because the next 4 cards aren't there, so it doesn't, whoa, jeez. So it doesn't matter what, order you show it to them in or when they come up or whatever. All that matters is that you get them down. Now, the one thing about this trick is that you will be showing one of the cards twice because you're only showing them 4 cards, and yet you're putting the cards down on the table 5 times, since you don't want them to see that their card is actually down on the table. So the best way to do this is to develop a system that will keep the very first card you show, which happened in this case to be the 8 of diamonds, to keep it at the back so that that's the first and the last card they see. Because if you're talking enough, you're acting well, you're performing well, you're making jokes, they'll completely forget about the first card that was there because they were looking for their card, not memorizing some random card that they got. So now with those cards all down on the table, after you do a slide, release, slide, put it back on top, whatever, you'll notice that their card is right on the bottom. Now, the rest of the trick, you don't have to do a thing. All you do is you take the cards, square them up well, make sure their card is on the bottom, place it in between your middle finger knuckle and your ring finger knuckle. And what this is going to do is it's going to offer enough tension on the cards so that all of them don't fall out, but you won't be able to squeeze hard enough so that none of them fall out. So it's just kind of like a safety net in case you mess up or do something stupid. Now, what I like to do is I actually like to take the other person's hand and put it in their hand, and I slap it out of their hand, or I put them in mine, and they slap the cards out of my hand. It just offers a little more technique to the trick, because seriously, if their card's on the bottom, you don't have to do a thing. You just kind of hit the card, so that time it didn't work, and there it is. If that doesn't work, if there's a second card up on top, just tell them to hit it again. I swear, it'll always catch the bottom card. It sometimes catches a few on top, then it just requires a couple more hits. I hope this tutorial was good. So I hope that helped out. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment on this or feel free to reply to this comment. And if you have any more questions about magic or shuffling, cuts, flourishes, I mean, I know a few flourishes, but I'm not too great. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to make you a video. I mean, I really don't mind it at all. Well, have a great day. Have a great Halloween.